All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday evening. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family is super blessed. Guys, this is a Bitcoin all-time high celebration as the Bitcoin price is officially making a new all-time high above our previous high. Man, oh man. Is this a double top? Is this it? See in 4 years? Or do we actually have some pumpage to look forward to, man? Let's discuss. As you can see, I'm in another $1 million long trade here. Alright, from this low. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if we can pump a little bit more. Let's see what's going to happen, guys. Man, oh man. It has been an absolutely crazy past few days here for the Bitcoin price. Congratulations to everybody who's been in Bitcoin. From the lows, man, $15,000. Here we are at $123,000. Man! So dang juicy. And we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Ragieta, yes, Bitcoin's at an all-time high right now. Bitcoin is officially at an all-time high right now. We have never seen Bitcoin this high before. All right, look at this. Our previous all-time high, 123,279. We're currently at 123,850. We're $600 above the previous all-time high, man. And it feels pretty good. It feels pretty dang good. All right. Now, we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. What happened to, is it all-time high for Sol or Sui? Not yet, man. Not yet. It's not all-time high yet for Sol or Sui. Shout out to Crypto Incognito. Shout out to Tell1 who says forever up. Shout out to Evan Wolfson, 3 streams in a single day. Let's go. Yeah, man, look. When Bitcoin pumps like this, you gotta... I'm glued to the charts. I gotta be glued with you guys. Shout out to Cam S. God bless, brother. Hope you get those bees figured out. Man, I had somebody come. They said there was a nest in my attic, which I can't not access. Because this is the attic. I'm in the attic right now. And so they said they did something that will make it be gone in 5 days. We'll have to wait and see. Will it pump or go back to 118K? Well, we're going to be talking about what we need to look for right now. We're going to be looking at Market Cypher B. Major shout out to Spartan Trading. It does feel good, bro. It feels really good, man. All right. It feels really good. Shout out to False Prophet. What is going on? Shout out to Quicker. What is going on, Quicker? Oh my goodness. There's literally a bee flying past me right now. Shout out to J Money. Shout out to T-Cash. Shout out to Cucumber Man. We did not have Long Moon Trip for a long time now. Let's go to Moon. Shout out to Horace. Win 100K. Man, we're going to pump the Bitcoin straight up to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Shout out to Tony Punch, Aether Media 22. He says, hey, Cuban cousin LOL. What's going on, man? Shout out to Spartan Trading. He says, this is lightweight for Bitcoin. Lightweight, baby, lightweight. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Ain't nothing to it just to do it, but to do it. Shout out to Vegas Claw. Just eat Taco Bell. That will take care of the nest. Are you saying that my flatulence? I got stung on my foot coming into the office, guys. I stepped on a bee. It hurts. It legitimately hurts so bad right now. My left foot, every step I take. Am I shorting? Well, I did take a short trade when we pumped and lost the level. I did take a short. Right here. All right. These are all the trades I've taken this month. You can see I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades this month. 2 of them are wins. 5 of them are losses. All right. And all in all, I'm in profit about $30,000. Okay. This just goes to show you that you don't need to have a good win rate in order to be profitable. Okay. You know, and the short trades I've taken have really been hedges against my longs, right? When you're up tens of thousands of dollars and you see a resistance and you see a rejection, you got to hedge, all right? Oh, man, we are pumping, baby. Let's see. Let's see if we've got another take profit around here. That's not what I want. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Open orders. All right. All right. Okay, we are up right now, almost $15,000 in profit. I'm shooting for 124.9 just to front run the psychological $125 here. So this is going to be our TP. Let's see if we can shoot it, baby. We are pumping, baby. We are on a $1 million long trade. I can't believe this, man. We are pumping, baby. Oh, come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Wow, that's wild, man. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Come on. Look at that pump. Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's zoom in here. Look at the pump. All right. Again, let's see it. We keep making local time frame higher highs, higher lows. Let's check out the order flow. How's the order flow looking here? All right. Let's check it out. How's the order flow looking right now? Wow. Wow. Longs opening and shorts wrecked, man. Shorts wrecked. That was a major short squeeze on that candle. That pump up was just shorts getting absolutely destroyed. Shorts getting destroyed. Oh my goodness. That is wild, man. That is a wild man. Oh man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Alright. So, I don't know. I'm just here to celebrate the all-time high with you guys, man. Because it feels good. It feels good to be at an all-time high here with Bitcoin. It really does. Alright? It really does. Shout out to everybody who's been here this whole trip. Alright? Shout out to Bowtie Killa. He says pump song. Shout out to Crypto Incognito. He says struggles real over here. Need support, LOL. Shout out to Tell1. Open more shorts, yo. Man, I'm not opening a short yet because I have no reason to short right now. We're in price discovery and, you know, I did take a short trade right here. When we broke the all-time high and then we came below, I opened up a short right around, well, let's see, where did I open up that short? 123, 187. Stop loss above the high, you know, figure it's now or never. Oh man, Bitcoin pumping. Oh my goodness, guys, Bitcoin's just out of control right now. Bitcoin is just totally out of control right now as we're in this $1 million high leverage trade. All right, shout out to Andrew W. Shout out to Monty and crew, best in crypto. Don't know who Monty and crew is, but it sounds cool. Oh, he says Casper crew. Shout out to Crypto Owl. He says Jesus is king. Amen. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for your goodness, your mercy, your grace, your love, your provision, your loving kindness. And I'm not just talking about juicy Bitcoin pumps. I just mean every aspect of life. The Lord is so good. The Lord is so good. Okay, we got a big dirty perp candle coming on in. The volatility pumping, baby. Here we go. Let's pop on over to Market Cipher B and see what we can see on Market Cipher B. Let's see what we can see on Market Cipher B. Okay, let's check it out. Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is our 12-minute time frame on Market Cipher B, and I do have to say, the money flow looks good. Now, I'm usually not so bullish at the highs, but 4-hour money flow looks good. 1 hour looks like there's more upside. The 24-minute looks like there's more upside. I'm not saying we can't have a flash crash. Anything's possible, guys. But we are seeing Bitcoin breaking out of a previous all-time high right now. And we're currently sitting about 124,400. All right, give or take. Let's check out our 6-minute time frame. Even the 6-minute doesn't look bearish. It's nuts. Let's check out our 1 minute. Slight bear divs on the one. All right, slight bear divs on the one right here. Let's check out. Oh crap! Got a yellow jacket on my legs. See, even the 5-second doesn't even look that bearish, man. The 5-second doesn't even look that bearish, man. This is wild. This is wild. All right. I'm gonna take a little profit here, guys. All right, I'm gonna take a little profit right here. Let's see if I can fill that order. Okay, yeah. I've taken a little bit of profit here. All right. Let's get in another 8 grand. All right. We've locked in a good $40,000 trading this, all right? I'm not trying to get too greedy here. I believe we can continue to pump. All right, but for me, $40,000 plus another 10 that I made on that other trade, plus another 25K, you know, we're talking over $75,000. You know, this doesn't even include the ETH trade that I'm in, which is currently up another 10 grand as well. So look, let's see how much more we can get on this. All right, let's see how much more we can get on this. But back here we are on our everything looks bullish to me. As long as we can hold above 123, 245, then we are golden. Okay, so what could very well happen here within the next few hours is this. So we get a back test now. Remember support resistance flips, how important those things are. Support resistance flips are so dang important. All right, let's remember what happened just a little while ago when we got our bounce from $112,000. We had broken out of this range right here, and we came back down for the support resistance flip. All right, so basically when you break a range, you want to make sure that you don't come back into that range. All right, so when we came down to $112,000, you know, that was basically, that was the long trade setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We let everybody know from the exact bottom. I've taken the dang long trade setup given in advance. Let the community know when I took the trade, locked in the profits. I've been doing this the whole way up. $100,000 setup given in advance. Let everyone know when I'm long. Boom, lock in the dang profits. All right, $105,000. Key support, let everybody know. Setup given, let the community know. Boom, profits locked in, baby. All right, same deal over here on Friday. Okay, gave the long trade in advance, let the community know, locked in the dang profits. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Okay, we've locked in about $40,000 so far. Let's see what happens. I'm considering this trade that I'm in right now. Obviously I'm long from the previous all-time high, pretty much not the previous all-time high, but I'm long from this little back test that we had here from this little breakout. Okay, so I'm pretty much considering this trade is run its course. If it keeps pumping, amazing. If not, that's cool. But all time frames to me look super dang bullish. All right, so let's do some actual analysis here, and let's discuss like what should we be looking for. So let's kind of clear off the chart. And let's just assess this like kind of just fresh. All right, let's assess this fresh. So first of all, we know that we've gotten a big breakout from this major range that we were trading since July, right? We broke out of the all-time high right now. And so this is quite bullish. This is quite bullish. This is continuation of bullish market structure. So our thesis that we've had since April of this being a major bottom, right? This being our higher low from the setup given in the Casper Crew. This being our next higher low from the setup given in the Casper Crew. We've been expecting that new high. So now we've gotten the high. So what does this mean? Well, we would expect actually some significant follow through right now. And I would actually expect that we do hit our next major target. That's going to be coming in around $130,000. That's because if we go ahead and we take our Fibonacci extension from the low of the bear market, right here, to the high, to the low, you can see that our next major target is going to be that 1.786, just around 130,000. And we did get a little bit of a rejection here, guys, from our 1.618, and we're currently reclaiming that now. All right, we're currently reclaiming that right now, and I think we could hit our next target just around 130,000, and then my next target after that is just below 150,000. I think it's very possible. Okay, but what happens if we start to get a pullback here? What if we cannot hold above the previous all-time high and we come back into the range? Well, there's a few things that we obviously need to be aware of, and the first thing is going to be this. We pull our Fibonacci from the low at 118 to the high, and we've got our Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786 coming in right here around 119 to 120,000. Right now, very key support is going to be around 119, $120,000. All right, we get a back test here. We maintain the bullish market structure. We maintain the trend line, and we see something like this. This is definitely a place to be looking for a biz ounce, baby. All right, definitely a place to be looking for a biz ounce, baby. All right. So, if we're going to lose the value area high, then what does that mean? It means then it's actually most probable that we come down to the 118 area, and that's where we'd look for another bounce. Now, of course, if we come down to the 118 area, this means we have officially now launched this trend line. okay? So we lose the trend line, we come to the 118 area. This is really going to have to be a make it or break it zone here, because if we don't hold that area, that's not looking great for Bitcoin. All right, we don't hold that area, that's really not looking great. Let's pull a fib from this local zone here. Yeah, so we do have some fib confluence here. If we lose 119 to 120, then we're looking down to around 118 for the bounce. And if we lose that, then we're going to be looking down around 116 to 115,000. That's going to be our value area low of this range here. And even if we do come down here, I would still be looking for a bounce. I actually think that this is a bullish scenario, even though it's bearish for people who've longed the exact top. I think that this is a bullish scenario, and I'll tell you why. This is still our sideways range. If we lose it, we can't hold above it today. If we come back down here, right, and we start losing value area high, we would have to target value area low. Now, this value area low, look at this. Not only is it our Fibonacci golden pocket, but it's historic support, right? So literally, if this is our sideways range, let's just clear it off. You know, buy low, sell high. It's the most basic thing when it comes to trading, right? We don't even need fancy tools at all. This is our support, right? This has been our support for a long time. This is our resistance, okay? In general, you look for shorts at resistance, you look for longs at support. If we come up to this resistance and now we reject, well, if we come back into the range, we would look for a move back down to support, and we would look for the bounce here. And this would actually be a really nice back test after a nice bottom, a higher high, a change of market structure, making that higher high. Then we look for that higher low coming on in right there, confluence with our Fibonacci golden pocket 786. And then we can shoot for our $130,000 target. That would actually give us a nice, beautiful opportunity, in my opinion, to long Bitcoin from some lower prices, shooting up to 130K. That's going to be a 10% move. That's like around a, if invalidation below the 786, you know, it's like a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio potential setup if we lose that level. Now, right now, we need to really keep our eyes on this. All right, this right here. We do not want to lose 123,250. All right, a loss of 123,250 is not good. This is not good, because that means that we are losing the level that we need to hold above in order to see the breakout. Now, the daily candle did close just above that level, like just above. All right, we are currently right now coming back to test the VWAP. All right, let's see if we can hold VWAP or not. All right, let's see if we can hold VWAP or not. Now, I do have to say, things are looking bullish, right? I'm not feeling too super bearish here. I still have to say, things are looking pretty dang bullish. All right? So let's see what happens. Let us see what happens here. Okay, let us see what happens here. Oh, man. Bullish retest at 98. Oh, my goodness. Can I chart EWT? Maybe. Shout out to Vegas Claw. He says, PP in your eye data tomorrow. PP in my eye data? I'm not sure what that means, man. I'm not sure what that means. Brandon says we ain't even pulling back, LOL. I mean, we are in the 1 minute time frame, bro. We are in the 1 minute. But look, we have to be prepared for everything. I gave my bullish scenario, which is this. We hold above the level and we pump up to 130. We lose the level, we have to be prepared for a pullback. Look! Guys, first of all, who's the one trading with millions of dollars right now? Okay? Look, listen. Trading is not about predictions, it's about being prepared. And if you're not prepared for the pullbacks, you're not going to get into the juicy longs. All right? You got to be prepared for the pullbacks. All right? You got to be prepared for the pullbacks. You know, when we were pumping, when we were down here, all right? When we were getting this pullback right here, this dump, you know, we were prepared for this level right here, so we were able to prepare for it. So that when it happened, we were not caught off guard, right? We were not caught off guard. We were prepared. We had a plan, right? Same with the back test of 100K. We got to dump into that level, right? Bitcoin was dumping, right? People were not expecting the pullback. So here's the thing. You got to be prepared for the pullbacks. Not necessarily that you're calling for them. You're not saying we're going to get a pullback. You're saying, if we get a pullback, this is our opportunity, man. If we get a pullback, this is our opportunity. You know? If we get a pullback, this is going to be our opportunity. All right? Now, you know, we could go even more down bearish roads, but I'm not really feeling very bearish right now. I think all things considered here, things are looking strong. I think we can hit our next target of around 130. I don't think we get a simple swing failure pattern to the high, and that's the top, right? I don't think that. I think we have one more big push here. I think we've got one more big, large, massive push, baby, if you know what I mean. All right. Shout out to Dave Digital. What's my thoughts on Ethereum? Well, first of all, I am long on Ethereum. We still haven't hit our all-time high yet. We've been chilling. Pretty much ETH doing nothing, man. ETH doing pretty much nothing right now. All right. So we're still in the ETH long here. I'm still looking for all-time highs, and I'm still looking for my next big target at around 5,500 United States dollars. 5,500 United States dollars. All right, let's check out Clay the Great. He says, yo, Jay, peep that 6-day Bitcoin. Look how high that money flow is. We got to be bound for a nice dip here soon, right? Let's check out the 6-day on BTC. So, honestly, man, we're always bound for a dip at some point, right? This is the 6-day on Bitcoin. I think this looks bullish, man. Money flow is higher now than it was back here in February 2024. All right, we haven't seen money flow this high since the last bull run. So until that money flow starts to get lower, it looks pretty good to me, honestly. Until that money flow starts to get lower, it looks pretty good to me. The only way I will consider flipping bearish is if we're closing candles below this level here, confirming bear divs. All right, but until then, I think this looks very strong. I don't think this looks weak at all yet. All right, at the very least, we need to lose 123.259. At the very, very least, before things start to look even slightly bearish. All right, before things start to look even slightly bearish. You know. That's the way Alex O says PPI data. Oh, I see. Man, I need to watch more Alex O. Shout out to Eric. He says, can you please evaluate the last 3 weeks been accumulation zone for Bitcoin? Has it been accumulation zone for Bitcoin? The last 3 weeks? I mean, I don't know. It's been just the last 3 weeks for Bitcoin have just been very bullish scenarios that we've been trading in real time. All right, so basically from August 3rd, we can even go back, I guess, to $100,000 in June. What day is it? It's the 13th, so it's been 2 weeks. So the last week of July. Has this been accumulation? I mean, I don't know. Maybe for some people, I don't know. I don't usually think in terms of accumulation or whatever. I think in terms of breakout, retest, long to retest, shoot for a new high. All right, this has literally been my plan since the beginning of August, and we've been playing it, and we've been trading it, and we've been making money doing it. So, I don't know. Here we are at a new high. So far, market structure still bullish. And things do not look weak yet. All right. No sign of weakness until we lose 123.259. So far, things looking good. All right. Doesn't the 1 hour look bearish since 11th of August? Yes, but here's the thing. I think that the fact that we back tested 118, all right, the fact that we back tested 118 to the dollar, which was the POC of the range, gives me the feeling that this is actually a bottom, and now we look for the next push, right? That key support resistance flip, makes me think that this purple money flow on the 1 hour is actually support. And now we're going to see something like this. Now, the reason I feel this way is because I'm interpreting this through the lens of the higher time frames. All right, the weekly is printing a green dot. The 2-day has plenty of upside potential. The daily has plenty of upside potential. The 12-hour has upside potential. The 4-hour has thickening money flow. Okay? So the high time frames are telling me upside is probable. Then when we get to the 1 hour, I can say, yeah, you know, we would have bearish div if we actually got the rejection from here, right? Which we haven't seen. So if we start to see this, and we're confirming the red dot, okay, then we've got ourselves a valid reason to take a short. But until that happens, right now, I'd say the higher time frames are still bullish. 24-minute time frame, look at the money flow. All right, I don't think I've ever seen, except for September 13th, 2022, I don't think I've ever seen a rejection or the top with money flow looking like this. Let's go back to the last time we saw that happen. We're going to go back to 2022. All right, let's go back to 2022 real quick. We're going to go to the daily. Yeah, right here. Remember it like it was yesterday. This drop right here. Right here. September 13th, it was a Tuesday, 2022. I remember the date. Isn't that crazy, guys? I remember the date. All right. That's how much I'm in these charts. That looked really bullish at the time. Let's go to the 24-minute. Actually, hang on, you know, the 24-minute did have some bearish money flow there. It was starting to come down. It was starting to come down. The 4-hour did not. This is what I was thinking of. I was thinking of this. We had this 4-hour divergence with the very thick money flow. And all of a sudden, man, we like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, the 24-minute was giving us that downtick in money flow. So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the 24-minute look this good and we just get a big dump like that. Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know? I remember it like it was yesterday. Shout out to our super chat in the house, Joe. Will you look at Bobo coin? Sure, for my man Joe, we'll look at Bobo. Shout out to Joe while we look at Bobo. Shout out to Joe while we look at Bobo. Let's go to the weekly. The only good thing I see here is like a hidden bullish divergence at this low. Let's go to the daily. Some nice daily bull div at the low. Support resistance flip right here. Money flow crossing. I think when we get this weekly money flow cross, we're gonna pump, honestly. I don't know anything about Bobo. Not financial advice. I'm not a bobologist. I'm not a bobologist, but I would say this. Things look decent and we're in a bull market, so. We could try and force a trend line here and say we've broken out of this. We could try and force an inverted head and shoulders here too. You know, we're really grasping for straws on this one. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, so shooting for the high is not a bad idea. It's a pretty average looking thing, and if it's gonna pump, we can stack up a whole bunch of bullish reasons to make it pump. You know? Sounds bobo, man. Sounds a little bit we Todd Ed, right? We Todd Ed. I remember, you know, people back in school, they used to tell me, they used to say, go like this, and look down and say, we Todd Ed. Just say those names. We Todd Ed. And I would say it, and they would laugh, you know? Let's see here. Yellow jacket on the face. Man, I already got stung on the dang foot. Hope I don't get stung on the dang face. Ethereum. This is Bitcoin. We want to see ETH. ETH is trying to go for that high right now, it looks like. Can we do it? Can we do it? Shout out to John Johan von Lil. Can you look at Solana? Absolutely, man. I love me some Sol. I really do love me some Sol. Shout out to Nathan Katar. Shout out to Anon Trades. Yeah, let's take a look at Sol. Yeah, ETH is just flirting with the all-time high. I do think we're going to get it, alright? I do think we're going to get it. Hang on, let me switch layouts here. So in general, like the high time frame stuff, I'd say our measure move for Sol is right around a $600 Solana Fibonacci 2-to-1 extension, and the breakout target of this potential bull flag here. All right, I would say that we have a very bullish weekly divergence from the low that we made here in June 2023 to our current low. We bounced perfectly from a monthly order block at 96.85. We came back in the range, back test support. Now we're kind of looking to break out of this resistance here. We have this this horizontal resistance we're looking to break out. Once we break out of this, I think we're going to see new all-time highs. Our first stop will be $381, then $550 at the 1.618, then $666. Now, if we look at our monthly, we have just confirmed a green dot. Very powerful. We look at our 2-week. Look at the momentum. Look at the money flow on the 2-week. Looking really, really nice here. We go to our daily. Actually, let's go to the 2-day. Money flow thick. Momentum coming up. Yellow oscillator to the upside. We've got bees dive bombing me here. Oh my goodness. Oof. These things are nasty. Solana's looking pretty good, man, for more upside. Now, here's the thing. I'm expecting an altcoin season in September. Could I be wrong? Man, of course. Of course. You know, that's the thing. As we're pumping, every pump we make, it could be the last pump. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael Saylor. Bitcoin top is in, Jason. Hate to say it. Well, maybe it is. All right? Maybe it is. Shout out to Jason Casper's Chickens in the chat. Shout out to Eyes for the Wise. He says, I'd ignore you, Quiles. Shout out to Chill and Laugh Central. Jason, can you please chart Airwave? We might be able to take a look at that. Bro, why are there so many bees in your house? That's really not good. There was a nest of eggs that hatched, man. Alright, there was a nest of eggs that hatched. That's why. That's why. Michael Saylor in the house. Yeah, Pierce McAvoy. I know, it's not good, bro. It's not good, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, man? You know? I hope Bitcoin gets a nice little pump here. Check this out. How many feathers can a chicken pluck? If a chicken was to pluck feathers, probably not too many. Actually, that's not true. If you've ever seen a rooster, pluck feathers out of a hen when it's getting a little feisty, you know? What the heck is going on here? I can't believe it's 9 p.m. and I'm long on Bitcoin. Raise honeybees. They keep the wasps away. I would raise honeybees, to be honest. But, you know, I haven't really had any success. The people I know who raise bees don't have success with the bees. Alright, let's see if Bitcoin can continue on this little move to the upside here. Alright, ask me some questions in the chat. What do you guys want to ask Jason Casper? Ask him in the chat. See if he has a good answer for you. When you get the honey, you get the power. That's for sure. I do love me some honey. Especially the raw honey. It gives me lots of energy to continue on. You guys ever do a heavy workout in the gym and you get some raw honey? Am I preparing for an epic short on Bitcoin? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Alex, any short I get into from now on, I'm going to be holding it as if it's the bear market big old short. Okay? Absolutely. You know? Any short trade I get into from now on, I'm going to be holding it as if it's the big bear market short. What is my social? 79 621 8711. I wonder whose social that actually is. I'm sorry. You know? You want to know my seed phrase? Can you get it in time? That's actually not my real one. Where's my real seed phrase? I don't have it here. I lost it. I lost it forever, man. Dang. Do I believe in reincarnation after death? I don't. I do not. Alright, shout out to Quiles. He wants to look at ARB. Alright, let's look at ARB. Thank you for the super chat. Arbitrum, honestly, I'm bullish on Arbitrum in general because it's a really good network. So let's check it out here. Look at this. We've got ourselves, in my opinion, a bullish breakout. And it looks really good. We have this resistance. When we break out this resistance, we could squeeze easily. Right now, a good entry would be a back test. Okay? But honestly, like, I would say, even entering now, it's a good risk to reward, but obviously the back test would be the better risk to reward. Overall, things look really bullish. We have bullish divergences on our weekly time frame. A nice bottom, a high, a higher low, a higher high. And when we go to our daily, this low is formed with really nice bullish divergences. So overall, the high time frames look good. It fits our narrative that we're heading into a bullish altcoin season here. Shout out to Quiles. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to John. Can we look at big time? Yeah, man. Big time. Here we go. Man, I have some chest DOMs today. I did some weighted dips this morning. For the first time in a very long time. My chest is sore already. Alright, let's check out big time here. Let's go to the weekly. We have some slight bull div here, nothing too crazy. But in general, I'd say this. Like, we're forming a falling wedge in a bull market with bullish divs, so that is, objectively speaking, bullish. We have 2-week bull divs, 6-day bull divs, some nice bullish divs on the 12-hour. So I would say a sign of strength would obviously have to be a break of the trend line. Right now, we did get a fake out of this trend line. If we're connecting it to the 2 highs here, we got a fake out back down to the bottom. But this bottom gave us a higher high, a higher low. And so a breakout would be quite nice for a sign of strength here. Let's go ahead and pull some volume. Yeah, so a breakout of this would also be a breakout of the POC of the range. So something like this would be really nice, and we could get that squeeze to the top. John. Shout out to Modern Sword. Can we look at metal? Yeah, we can look at metal. Yeah, I mean, money flow looks good. We've already pumped up a lot here. We're already up 1,600%. Like, I don't know. We've already missed the move. I don't know what else to say, really. Could it keep pumping? Yeah, I don't have a lot of data. I don't have a good entry. I don't like the price action here. I don't like the price action. It's very sloppy. It's hard to say, like, what's what. We do have a nice bullish diff here. Higher high, higher low. Money flow cross. It looks good. Where would you enter? Where would you put your stop loss? It's really difficult. Let's say we enter here. Where do you put your stop? You know, how do we set up a good risk to reward? How do we make a plan for this investment here? This is kind of like a gamble coin right now. You know, assuming that this scam wick that we printed when we first listed is a legit high. You know, it's not a bad risk to reward. Can you trust that scam wick from the listing? I don't know. I would trust more so this, which is a 6-to-1. It's a little gambly to me. If you're into that, do what you want. But I don't really like the way the chart looks, to be honest with you. It just doesn't look like something I would like to trade. Shout out to Quiles1100 who says, my row. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. So this was an old plan that did not play out at all. We did get a breakout backtest. We got the bounce, only to be stopped out of that idea. I didn't take it. That was just my analysis. Which is a good reminder. This is not financial advice. Alright, so right now, I'd say key resistance is still above us right here. This is going to be our key resistance here. That's going to be our range high. No real sign of strength until we come up here, and then, boom. We need to see a breakout and a backtest of this. Let's look at the local range. I don't see... So we do see a weekly bullish div here. Higher high, higher low with trigger waves. So I'd say locally we could make a case that the bottom is in. With this really nice low. With the bullish divergences. The change of market structure. The backtest now of the value area high. With the trigger wave on the daily. I would prefer to wait for a sign of strength on this, like a breakout into this range and a consolidation here and wait for a long in this area. It would be a much more secure and better risk-reward trade. If you're going to force an entry now and put your stop under the last high or low. Look, a lot of these altcoins, if you're buying these things on spot, you got to use your fundamental analysis as well. But, yeah, getting in now... Shooting for that high. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's a 20-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Even if you got in now, it's actually pretty good. Let's be honest. Take it off log scale. Assuming we come to the previous highs, that actually doesn't look so bad. It actually looks pretty good based on risk to reward. We've got this trend line here. Let's see. This trend line right here. Yeah, perfect confluence to the trend line in the box. So you want to build a position here now. Honestly, all things considered, I don't think it's a bad investment because the risk to reward. You know? Shout out to Scotty Mo. He says, can you check Arrow? Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't know, man. I don't really know what to say about Arrow, besides we're making higher highs and higher lows. It's a really tough coin to chart. I would say... Let's see what we did historically here. Fibonacci golden pockets... Fibonacci golden pocket. So we've been retracing at the Fibonacci golden pocket, which means right now we'd be looking for an entry on a backtest of this. All right, to continue with the trend. Yeah, I would be looking for a backtest of value area high, golden pocket for a potential bounce there. Other than that, I don't really see a good entry right now. We could pump easily, but this is just not the best entry for me. Let's check out the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks really nice at this last low. It would look even nicer if we came back for another retest. Yeah, this is one of those coins where it's pumping and it's difficult to get in unless you're really watching the chart. I'd be pulling your fibs, waiting for a retracement. And once you see another bigger retracement, be pulling that fib, look for that golden pocket, because historically, that's where we're going to get that bounce, bro. You know? When am I going to eat a potato on stream? I don't know, maybe we'll do a 24-hour stream and I'll eat and poop and sleep and do everything I do on stream and we'll eat potatoes. You know? 3 streams today? Yeah, man. All-time high celebration. You know, all-time high celebration, baby. We got to do what we got to do. Uh-oh. What's wrong with altcoins? Look, when Bitcoin's pumping, altcoins chill. When Bitcoin's pumping, the altcoins chill. Give it a break so that we don't spill. You know? Warren Buffett is going to buy the bottom. How can I resist the urge of not even opening a short on every bear dip? There's no real technical reason to short. I did short just recently. These are my August trades, okay? I have taken many shorts. Whenever I see a valid reason to short, I've taken many shorts. Whenever I see a valid reason to short. Alright? So, $2,000 plus another. So, about $3,000. I lost $3,000 shorting here. So, we're up 37 grand for the month. Next time I see a valid short trade, I will also take it. But right now, there's no valid short trade here. We have no change of market structure. And we have no key resistance, or no key supports lost. So if we come down and basically do this, then I will say, okay, there's a valid short. We're changing structure. We're losing what used to be resistance now. We're losing the support. I'll have a reason to short. Right now, I don't have a reason to take a short besides just pure gambling. And I can't just gamble it. I need to have an actual reason to take a short. All right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Short around the rate cut, says Jay Schlongen. Yeah, probably. We might have a sell the rumor, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. You know. But yeah, we might get a little bit of a pullback here. We'll have to wait and see. All right. We'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Man, it's been a long day for me. 3 streams. God bless everybody. In Jesus' name, I'm going to head out. I'll probably be back streaming tomorrow. But, yeah, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. I love you all. God bless you all in Jesus' name. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.